Hello, this is your teacher Yasir, and today I am here with the new, very easy yet very effective and most demanding feature of CSS called CSS animation. So this is the demonstration that you can see on your screen that we need this kind of effect like CSS animation. So you can see that this button is flashing constantly, in fact infinitely. And what else we can do with this animation? This is obviously another feature, same kind of feature. And if I refresh this page, I'll definitely be getting the effects on the image, this text heading, and this paragraph text. So this is the CSS feature that we are going to develop in this particular tutorial. So stay tuned. If you don't have, if you didn't already subscribe this channel, go and hit the button and subscribe the channel to get the latest video from this channel. So let's begin this very short and effective tutorial. Just go to, in order to create the animation, just go to the Google and write it down, anime.css. In the Google, you'll find the link of this particular, just note this URL. You'll get this particular website from where you can check the demonstration of different effects of this animation. So just click any of the option that you like and check its effects right on the go on the same website. And then after checking the desired effect, apply it to your own website. So what we need to do to add it in our own website is just go to the download animate.css and click on this link. It would open the website. Just copy this by selecting pressing Control A from the keyboard, and then Control C to copy, and then go to the text editor where you can in fact add this CSS to your own project. So right now I have just created a simple folder called animation on the desktop. Inside this folder I don't have anything else, so just go and create a new file called as index.html, because after all we have to add the animations on the HTML elements. So after writing it, just create the basic structure of the website like that, and just create one or two elements like h1. Let me give you the heading, mini heading like introduction, and then after that just add a couple of paragraphs and add a lom ipsum. Just one is good enough, I think, to demonstrate the actual functionality of this animation. So what I need to do is I need to create another file which should be obviously a CSS file, and I have to paste all the code that I have earlier copied from the anime.css website. So just give it a name as animate.css and hit the save button to save it on your desktop. So inside the same folder animation, I do have two files. One is of index.html and the other one is anime.css. So all I need to do now is to include this file anime.css inside this HTML file to let it show its effect. So let's do that by creating a link, and then inside this link just give the path of that file that you have just saved in the same folder, style.css. Oh no, sorry, it's not the style, rather it's anime.css. So I'm ready to go and to play with the animation. So right now let me show you the output of this project. So it will only show a heading and a paragraph on a page without any sort of animation. So if I want to apply the animation on this introduction paragraph, so what I need to do is I do have classes, different classes defined in anime.css. So if I want to apply animation on any of the HTML element, all I need to do is to give a class with the name animated, just to create the basic animation. So it does have so many variety of animation, so it is unable to decide right now which animation do you want to apply on this particular object. So what else we need to do to give type of animation that I want to add. For example, I want to add a flash, and let's check the output. Yep, it is flashing, but it is flashing only twice. So if I need to have it keep on flashing, I need to add something, another class infinite, so it will keep on flashing. Yes, this is actually the effect of animation that I have applied. So it's quite a simple work. So how would I be able to in fact get the names of these classes that I'm just applying? One of the way is just to open it and note down the name of the animations from this CSS file, which is a bit more complex, and if you are beginner and if you are not so much technical, then it might become difficult for you to grab the names of the classes from this CSS file. Rather, what you need to do is just to go and see the documentation. And what does this documentation says? Let me go back and just click on this view on GitHub. It will give you clear documentation. Oops, I think I don't have internet connection, so let me take a minute to fix this internet issue, and then I'll be back. Oh yes, the issue has been now fixed. So what you can do is to read out the documentation of this animate.css right from this GitHub page. So what are the different options? Number one, you can install it through npm, and you can, in fact, we have done this one using just simple a link. I downloaded it from our just created this CDN link. We have already done this. So what you need to do is you can give these so many variety of options of animation. So I have just applied this like flash, and gave it another class which is infinite. You can give any of the class name like pulse if you want to give this class. So just copy that class and replace this flash with this pulse. Just see the effect in output. How does it look like? So this is actually the second effect that I had copied from this. And if you want this kind of swing effect, just copy this class name and replace this pulse with this class name. If you only want this effect once, you need to remove this kind of infinite effect. Got it? But right now it does look interesting to me, so that's why I keep on adding this infinite keyword. And then whatever the name of the class is your choice, you can in fact just copy and replace this over here. So the interesting thing is that you can animate the images, you can animate the heading, you can animate the paragraph, and you can animate anything you want right from this very lightweight CSS library. So this is what. And now if I need to add the animation on this paragraph, so I need to do the same. Give it the class name as animated, and then give the name of the animation as zoom in, and then only once I refresh. So this is the interesting fact that I just saw on this paragraph as well. So if I want to add the delay between this between the transition, or between this this bounce of the heading text, so I also can do that. I can also add delay to this. Just go and scroll down this GitHub page to get the effect of timings as well. You can add another class name which is delay 2s to add the delay of 2 seconds, and then delay 3s to add the delay of 3 seconds. By default, this delay is of 1 second. So just go and add this class to the same element to which you want to add the delay. So this is what actually, so delay 3s, it will definitely be having the pause of 3 seconds, and then after 3 seconds it will animate to the desired place. This is what actually. So if you want to add the delay of 4 seconds or 5 seconds respectively, you can in fact go to add the delay of your own choice. So first time it would only definitely add the delay for the first time, not every time. This is the fact that you have to make it for you. So this is the interesting feature of today's class, that you always need to add, and in fact you can always create animation in your CSS in your project to let it look differently and to let it look unique. So this is what actually we had for today's class. We'll see you in the next class with one more new feature. So till that, thank you very much.